What is up, folks? It is Rigor Mortis, and I am back to you guys tonight with yet another video about two SPACs that I've talked to you guys about on the channel before, but I feel like I need to reiterate them because there might be some news surrounding them, and I want you guys to keep these on your radar. This one in particular in the next day, and the second one I'm talking about, which is going to be VGAC for the next couple of weeks, which is Richard Branson's SPAC, and I want you guys to keep that one on your radar 100%. Let's talk about THCB here for a second, Tuscan Holdings. This company, this SPAC, is approaching its deadline here on December 7th. And I've told you guys before, their shareholder meeting is tomorrow, Thursday, December 3rd at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, I believe it is. Double check me on that. And the most relevant thing that's going to happen during that meeting, during that shareholder meeting, is they're going to vote on whether or not they extend their SPAC deadline from December 7th, 2020, all the way until April 30th of 2021. Now, if this extension does not go through, folks, this SPAC more likely than not will dissolve, and you will get a return on your investment of around $10 a share, which is why investing in this SPAC a couple of days ago or throughout the last week or so wasn't that big of a deal. Now, if the extension does go through, this SPAC right here plans on merging with a battery company called Microvast, who are, I've already talked to you guys about these guys, and I hope you went out and did a little bit of research. They are making a battery that is aimed to be a fast charging battery, which is great news for the EV market. And they already have a ready-made battery that's in use right now, unlike a lot of other SPACs that hope to have a ready-made product, a lot of EV SPACs I should say, that are planning to have a ready-made product by 2021, and some even in 2022. So I really believe in Microvast, and I think that Tuscan Holdings was a great buy for this week because your risk that you're putting up essentially is anything above $10, which was around $1.50 throughout the week. Now, this stock actually just kind of went up a little bit in the aftermarket here by around 5%. It got up to almost $12, and then now it's going back down a little bit. So, there's probably some large institutions that are trying to buy into this stock because they see that it's a low risk and potentially high reward stock. I really want you guys to watch this one tomorrow. Hopefully at 10 a.m. I'll be up and I'll be able to at least hear the news about the investor meeting, and then I'll make a video shortly after that about what happened. If we get the extension, I truly believe, and again, this is not financial advice. These are just the plays that I'm trying to put you guys on, and I want you guys to go out and do your own research. I believe that this stock will absolutely run and skyrocket here in the next couple of weeks if we do get this extension approved. So if you guys aren't invested yet, keep your eye on this one tomorrow for sure, because the market's going to open and then their investor meeting is shortly after that. So we'll see how this thing does tomorrow morning. But I wanted to let you guys know that there's the potential here for this SPAC to dissolve, but there's also potential for this SPAC to absolutely go crazy and merge with a wonderful company. Now, the second SPAC I want to talk to you guys about is one that I've mentioned before on the channel, VGAC, VG Acquisition Corp. This is Richard Branson's SPAC. And if you know anything about Richard Branson, you know that whatever he touches turns to gold. So, I truly think that this price point right now is absolutely ridiculous. There is no definitive merger or merger date yet, so nothing has happened yet. And you know what it is about SPACs. There's not even any news of a merger when it comes to the SPAC. There's just speculation right now. And so that the three companies that are the more likely and the people are thinking that Richard Branson's going to merge with through this SPAC are Virgin Orbit, Virgin Hyperloop, and an EV company called Envision. They're actually a Formula Racing company that specializes in EV vehicles. And we've heard Richard Branson say before that he wants to infiltrate the EV market and compete with Tesla. So there's a big opportunity there. Now, you guys know what it is about SPACs. This thing is sitting at $10.39. Until something is announced, there's probably not going to be a lot of movement in the SPAC. Me personally, I already put some money in because if Richard Branson's at the helm, I know that this thing is eventually going to run up, and I'm going to heavily regret when I have to buy in at like 13, 14, and $15 on the run up while this thing is chasing, maybe $50 for a price target. So I think that this is a good buy at these levels. And again, this isn't financial advice, these are just the plays that I'm making. I think that this is a reasonable buy at these levels. I think that as soon as any news comes out, this thing is going to absolutely skyrocket. So I think that you guys, if you haven't already started your position, go ahead and do so. I really want to hear from you guys in the comment section below. Are you guys buying into these two stocks, these two SPACs, THCB and VGAC? If you guys enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate a like. If you're new around here, I like doing these stock videos and talking to you guys about the plays that I'm making throughout the week. We're really focused on THCB right now because there's some potential news coming out in the next day or so. So if you're new around here, I'd really appreciate if you subscribed, join the family. We're absolutely killing it right now. We just passed 100 subscribers, and I can't thank you guys enough for all the support that you've given me. We've had some wonderful conversations in the comments, which is always nice to have. If you guys really like these types of videos, join the family, come along with us on this journey. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. THCB is going to be really interesting here in the next day or so. I really hope that we get this extension. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, and I'll see you guys then. Peace out.